Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another Redstone video, and in this one we're going to take a look at the Jungle Temple. Now the Jungle Temple is one of my favourite naturally generating structures in Minecraft simply because when it was first introduced, it was the first structure to involve a little bit of redstone. Nothing too exciting, it just involved a few traps and a few combination locks and things, but as an early redstone engineer at the time, I thought this was pretty cool. But that was 2012. It is now 2015. I thought this thing could do with a bit of a spruce up, so I've added in a few extra contraptions that I think you're going to quite like. Now, one quick thing that I want to say before we begin is if you do want to download this world and play through this yourself before watching the video, then I'd highly suggest doing that right now. But anyway, from the outside you can see this thing looks pretty much like a jungle temple. There are a few exposed bits of redstone, but it's nothing too bad. So let's head inside and let's start taking a look at all of the redstone that's going on. When we walk in, straight away a few of the things are revealed. We've got an arrow trap and also a falling lava trap as well, which is definitely going to catch a few people by surprise there. But let's just head up to the top and you can see that we've got a few bits and pieces up here. First off, of course, we've got these dispensers. These are for the lava. But the cool thing is that we've got this combination lock right here. And if we enter in the correct combination, that will reveal this hidden area that we can drop down into. And of course, pick up our boats and hose. That is right, we've got boats and hose inside our jungle temple right here, which is absolutely fantastic. But to get out of this thing, all we have to do is stand on the slime block, hit it, and we get launched back up to the surface. Then we can reset the entire mechanism. One other thing that you can see up at the top here is we've got this little chest. And if we open this thing up, you can see that it's actually relatively lethal. This block inside here says behind you, and that is because this system that you can't actually see because I've hidden it so well, will reveal 2 dispensers, which will fire 2 sets of fire charges, and if we were in survival mode, we would probably be burnt to a crisp by now. But anyway, let's head down from the top. That's all of the redstone contraptions up at the top level. If we head down the stairs down at the bottom here, we've got a few extras. The first one, of course, is a falling player trap. That's definitely going to catch a few people out because I just charge straight through corridors in these sorts of situations and would definitely be straight in the lava there. So now we've made it down into the bottom area of the jungle temple, and I like to call this place the puzzle room. Now that's simply because there's a handful of puzzles that the player has to solve. So first off, we have got this little window right here with a block of wool behind it. Now if we hit this button, you can see that block of wool rotates around, which basically means we need to get the correct block of wool behind this window to reveal ourselves a chest. Now I happen to know, because of course I built this thing, that we are looking for a purple piece of wool, and that should be coming round right now. And as you can see, our chest is revealed, meaning that we can pick up our sugarcane, pillar, sugarcane, brick wall, which is something that I really quite like. But anyway, moving on to the other side of the room now, we have got this chest over here, and to solve this one, we need to put 4 stacks of items into that chest. Can't be any more, can't be any less. Without that, the door will not open. But that has revealed a new area to this base, so let's head on through. So for those of you who have sat through this video thinking, what on earth is that really annoying ticking noise? Yeah, this is the cause of that problem. As you can see, we've got some dispensers up at the top that are hooked up to a redstone clock, and they're dropping water in front of these platforms. Now the way that we can get on top of these platforms is quite simple. We jump into the water, then we have to float all the way up to the top, and as you can see, we just about made it on that one. Let's see if I can do it again. I'm never very good at these sorts of things, but there we go. I've actually managed to do it for once, which is pretty cool. But we are now on to the final room of our jungle temple. As you can see, we have got a chest right in the middle, and if we check inside, it says, I hope you disarmed the TNT. Door behind us is closed. Yeah, I didn't disarm the TNT, did I? Wow, that was a much bigger explosion than I was expecting. I seriously hope I've got a backup of this world. Thankfully, because I've worked with TNT hundreds of times before, I have actually got a backup of this world, so now you can see it's completely explosionless, ready for you guys to play through. But anyway, let's hop into an air testing world so that I can show you all the redstone behind this thing. So here it is, in all of his glory. This is the jungle temple outside of its natural environment so that we can see all of his gizzards. Now I have to say, there isn't too much redstone going on. There's a few circuits and bits and pieces, but all in all, I tried my best to keep things simple, a bit like the original jungle temple. I didn't want to stray too far away from that one. But anyway, down at the bottom here, we're going to start things off with the combination lock because I really like this thing. It's a really smart piston feed tape design. As you can see, it's only 2 blocks wide, but what we've used is sticky pistons on this side to pull that block across. So as you can see right here, if we hit this button, it all rotates round really nice and quickly, and this piston pulls that block, then it pushes it across like that, meaning that we get a 2 wide design where the piston doesn't have to be on that side to push it, so it's completely flush with the wall. That's pretty awesome. Moving on from the combination lock, we have now got the specific signal strength output device, which is a really difficult word to say, but I managed to get through it. So what we've got here is we've got two sets of comparators. This first comparator checks to see if that comparator has a signal strength strong enough. If it does, then it will power this redstone dust. But then this comparator checks to see if the signal strength is too strong. If it is, then we'll get a redstone output through this redstone right here, which will lock off this repeater, meaning that our door won't open. That is a really, really cool redstone circuit that I've used a bunch of times, and I personally quite like it. Finally, onto some of the more sloppy redstone now. This is when it was getting rather late into the night when I was building this thing, and as you can see, it's a bit all over the place, but what this essentially is a redstone clock that runs around like this, powering the dispensers. Then we have this circuit out here, which powers the dispensers again, so that they retract the water, meaning that we get different water streams and things. Works wonderfully, and it's also really quite simple. Then finally, off to this edge over here, we have got our chest, which activates our piston door, pushing all of those blocks upwards. And also, as you can see out the back, my original plan was I was going to spawn a wither, but unfortunately, for some reason, this little circuit right here doesn't actually work. I pushed the soul sand up, creating the wither formation, and it just doesn't spawn. I don't know why that doesn't happen, but sadly, I had to revert to using TNT, which was a bit of a shame, but oh well, TNT is always fun. So there we have it, ladies and gents. That rounds up today's video on the Redstone Jungle Temple. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you do want to see more videos like this one where I take some naturally generating structures in Minecraft and chuck a bunch of redstone in them, let me know down in the comments section. But unfortunately, that's all I've got time for today. If you have enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.